Hi Nandini.
Hi Sindhu.
Hi. So shall we start?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So welcome everyone. On behalf of Aroha Montessori Center for Co-Learning, thank you for joining us this evening. We're very happy and honored to have Nandini Palaniappan with us today to talk about music and the child. To tell you more about Nandini, she came into education in 1999 as a teacher at the school KFI. Her experience in homeschooling her children led to her setting up a Montessori school called Templetree, which ran successfully for 10 years until the pandemic. I've had the opportunity to work closely with Nandini at Templetree. She's always been a guide, mentor, and a very dear friend. From Aroha's team, Sudha, Nitijuna, and I, we're very happy to have you, Nandini.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
To be here with you all.
Thank you. So, Nandini, from our association in the past, we have seen children bond with each other and learn languages that they've never heard before through the songs that we sang. In fact, some songs that we've heard as children are still very fresh in our mind, and they bring back so many associated memories each time we hear them. At Aroha, we find this world of music very fascinating for ourselves and for the child. Hence, we thought to discuss this with you about music and the child.
It's a pet topic anyways for me. I'm glad that you called me.
So in your experience, what do you think, Nandini? What does music mean to a child between 2 to 6? How do they relate and respond to it?
I think children in their early stages, especially between 6, they don't associate music the way we classify music.
Yes, that's true.
For us, music is an organized sound, or it is about rhythm. It's about the pitches and scales, and it's a very formal way of looking at it. It's a very serious way of looking at it. But for children, say if we take the infant stage, for them it is only association with sound. They are immobile, they are confined to a small space, and their way of reaching out or responding is only through sound. And so if you see, there's noise or sound always in the environment for barking. And you'll see the child come alive. They pause to listen. You can see their response immediately, or even to a mouth. You can see the joy in the child's face.
Yeah.
Or even a grandmother calling, father's voices, immediate caretaking. They come alive. And I think music is always, it's a part of children, because we know we've grown up hearing lullaby, we've grown up listening to mothers and grandmothers sing lullaby. So I think music is a very integral part in any culture, from infancy on. And also, if you look at toddlers, they respond to music. Probably at that point, it is, since they're already beginning to speak few words, it is more, they love to repeat songs, they love to repeat sounds that they hear from us. And we have seen many instances where children, even during the day, they are repeating the songs, singing mindfully, singing merrily, and bonding with our friends. So, and also making certain, responding to rhythm. I think that's when the rhythm comes in for them. So I remember we've done drill which has within a rhythmic pattern. So respond to rhythm at that, toddler to preschooler stage.
Correct. Nandini, one thing, I think the listeners are saying that they're not able to hear you clearly.
Okay.
So is there some way that you can use a earphone or something?
Let me try and speak up. Let me come closer maybe. Is it audible now?
Yeah, it's audible, but I think it's breaking in between.
Oh. Let me try speaking louder. Is that better now?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Sounds better.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting thing, how you spoke about how children don't think like us, like adults.
Yeah.
How they don't really look at the nuances of singing and how they enjoy it the way we sing.
Yeah, and it is more sound more than anything else.
Yes, that's true. So music and singing has always been around, whether it's a song we sang when we played games as children, or like you said, the lullabies that our parents sang for us. Why do you think it is important to children? How does it enable development in a child?
We have enough studies to prove that. They say it helps in their intellectual growth. They say it helps in their social growth or social bonding with friends. And also they say emotion. It was interesting. I mean, if you recall, it is quite interesting how even a young infant can identify emotion in the song.
Yeah, that's true.
For example, they can identify a happy song from a sad song, and you can read their reaction. If it is a fast song, you can see them flailing their hands and enjoying the music. So they are responsive. So it is proven that music impacts the emotion of the child, also emotional growth of the child. And of course, with the numerous songs which we have done with actions, also their motor development. So apart from all the, for me, what seems important in having music as part of child development, both at home environment and in school, seems to be just the joy of singing, just enjoying music itself. The above agendas will have to be ways, but simply to help them enjoy. I think music is an excellent tool. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So music has always been an integral part of not only Montessori environments, of all environments. In what ways do you think it can be offered to children?
It's an interesting question because actually, if you look at it, there is no end or this. The opportunities are plenty. Only thing I would urge to think is not to look at it or not to look at music when you're especially teaching young children as to helping a certain development skill. Like, it's not about a pitch or a scale or, even rhythm or tal. Not focusing on developing skill. So when we say it is only to bring joy, it opens up whole new opportunities. And
That's true.
yeah, so to quote certain examples from our own approach in our school in Temple Tree, I want to sort of take you through certain things that we have tried and really successful with our team. So we had a thematic approach in school. And every month we took a topic, and the topic was also had music as an important element. Like, for example, at the beginning of the year, when the children come in, they are not familiar with the place, they are not familiar with the environment, they are not familiar with friends, they have not made friends yet. So that phase is a little unsettling period. So certain songs that we chose, we have created it ourselves, have really helped to settle them. Particularly the morning song.
Yes.
Yeah, greet each other. And also certain songs which had their name. That's a way of introducing themselves to each other. So, when you ask to directly say, can you talk about yourself, little difficult for them that age to communicate. They may be shy or they may not want. So the song which is popular, the introductory song. Sindhu, you recall that song, right? Early in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Early in the morning, yeah, yeah.
So this is how it goes. Early in the morning, 6 o'clock, you can hear the milkman knock. Up jumped in the door, 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter. Early in the morning at 10 o'clock, you can hear the postman knock. Up jumped Yuga to open the door, 1 liter, 2 liter. So when they just name Vedant or Yuga, boys,
Yes, yeah.
great icebreaker.
I remember how children used to enjoy hearing their name from the teacher
Yeah, and
how I used to love jumping up and
my turn, Kamaka, you haven't got,
yeah,
or their friend's name.
yeah,
It's a great icebreaker song.
yeah.
And also, I remember we did topics on hygiene.
Yes.
Well, we never was coming, but we already had a song on how to wash hands and how to cover your mouth while eating. On you, I would call upon you to sing that song. Very true. You remember the Hindi one?
Yeah, yeah, the Hindi song. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes like this. एक थी बिल्ली काली बिल्ली एक लोटा पानी में हो गई गिल्ली एक थी बिल्ली काली बिल्ली एक लोटा पानी में हो गई गिल्ली गीली होके लगी कांपने गीली होके लगी कांपने आछू आछू लगी छींकने आछू आछू लगी छींकने मैंने बोला कुछ तो सीख बिना रुमाल के कभी न छींक मैंने बोला कुछ तो सीख बिना रुमाल के कभी न छींक Yeah, children love this song. And they learned Hindi quickly with this.
No, it was such a popular song.
Yeah, it was a popular song.
And also, we've used songs to teach numbers.
Yeah.
Because that way they learn certain even numbers in Hindi or in English very good. I thought. So one song we used in Kannada numbers. Quite interestingly, this is a song that I learned from, which she had learned from her grandmother. So, this one, how a simple, it's a song with numbers and also which absorb things, food items.
Food items.
Yeah. So this is how it goes. Ondu eradu besan laddu, ಮೂರು ನಾಲ್ಕು ಮೈಸೂರು ಪಾಕು, 5 6 ಬಾದಾಮ್, 7 8 ಪೆಪ್ಪರ್ಮಿಂಟು, 9 10 ಗರಂ.
Such a lovely song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they not only learn the numbers but also the food items, like you said.
Yeah. It's also sometimes I notice when teachers, particularly when we are looking for songs, we invariably look at the usual nursery, sung and readily available, or even on YouTube, which we have seen kids very bored soon with, so because they're not able to relate or associate. On the other hand, Mysore Pak is something that they have probably had during festivals and functions, or even badam milk. So the association is much quicker, stronger. Listening to those things, and some of them are very shy. So I think looking back at our own childhood, the songs that we've grown up singing, or we've even our grandparents, it's I like them because they are simple words, they're not wordy, uh, and even without much explanation, people know what it's meaning about. I don't have to explain the meaning behind these songs. They know now,
Yeah.
they know the food items. So I think certain attention to songs like that will be interesting for them. And also, another great opportunity for teachers in creating songs
Mm-hmm.
is stories.
Yeah.
Certain stories can be made into songs. And again, here, you have heard the story over and over. When it is sung, it is really, very. Uh, Once we've done quite a few songs, but this song, the Castellar, um,
Yeah.
that's a hugely popular song. I have to recall that. Um, it goes like,
Kulakaran.
yeah,
Kulakaran.
Kullakaran, yes. So it goes like, Kullakaran, Kullakaran, Bale, Bale, Kullakaran, Jojo, Kullakaran, Sogusukaran, Kullakaran. கண்ணை மூடி தூங்கினால் மரத்திலிருந்து குரங்குகள் மலம் போட்டு கொண்டன குல்லாவை கோபம் கொண்டாக்காரன் தூக்கி போட்டான் குல்லாவை அதனை கண்ட குரங்குகளும் தூக்கி போட்டன குல்லாவை.
It's a lovely song.
Yeah, and that goes with also, yeah.
Yeah.
So again,
So it's nice. It's interesting how you can weave in stories
yeah.
with the songs. Yeah.
Another song called, which was again quite popular, was this Dove and the Honey. What we call?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, another thing I want to point out here is it's proven again. It is widely popular that children relate to mother tongue the most. So we give more importance to local languages. We didn't discriminate, or we didn't get more a particular language. We explored several
Correct.
languages, mostly
Yes.
Tamil, mostly mother tongue, because children in Chennai speak Tamil the most. So many songs were explored in mother tongue. So this song, The Hunter, down, I'd like to
Yes.
to you.
Sure. Sure.
It goes like this. சுறுசுறுப்பாச்சிட்டெரும்பு ஓட முடிக்கதாகம் தன் கையிலே சறுக்கி விழுந்தாம். அதை கண்ட மாட புறா இலையை போடவே இலையிலே சிட்டெரும்பு கரையை சேர்ந்ததாம். சுட குடியில் பார்க்கவே வேடன் காலை எரித்து கடி பறந்ததாம். வேடன் காலை கடித்த புறா பறந்த.
Yeah. It's such a lovely song.
Yeah.
I remember once when we sang it, one of the children came up to us and told the whole story.
Yeah, they take immense joy in repeating the story.
Yeah.
It happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
One thing I thought I will share, and like I said, we never stopped trying various songs. Even foreign language songs we tried quite a.
Yes.
Some we knew the meaning, some we didn't know the meaning, but it didn't stop us from trying. And we always found children enjoying, this particular one which I want to sing is a Vietnamese song. But with the actions, I'm assuming it is similar or the same as the head, shoulders, and toes.
Mhm.
So this has all words: ibori, head, thigh, shoulder. Ye is clapping hands, and tuki tuki is cry. So the song goes like this: ibori tai tai ye, ibori tai tai ye, ibori tai tai, ibori tuki tuki ye.
Yeah.
So notice the songs are not too lengthy. The songs are not too wordy, but still have a certain rhythm, and there's so much joy in singing. I think that's all uh, children of that age look for.
Yeah.
All we need to work on. The last thing that I want to talk about, how teachers can facilitate, is also how we have immense opportunity when, if we observe children at work or observe children during play, they give several stories to write song of.
Yes.
They So one such song was born when children were in the midst of sanding. So the teacher who had observed children, particularly in the sand, sat with them and had a conversation asking about what is about sand that you enjoy the most. Why so much noise and so much just having a chat with them. And based on all the responses children came upon of what sandplay means to them, she wrote a beautiful song, a lovely tune, uh, which is quite what I feel. The song goes like this. Um, Sidhu, can you start that for me? Minna, minna.
Minna minna man. Minna minna man. Minna minna man.
Minna, minna, manna, minna, minna, man. Minna, minna, manna, minna, minna, man. Minna, minna, manna, minna, minna, man. மண்ண தூக்கி போட்டு நீயும் நானும் ஆடுவோம். மண்ண தூக்கி போட்டு நீயும் நானும் ஆடுவோம். மண்ணு நம்ம மேல நல்லா பூசிக்கொள்ளுவோம். மண்ணு நம்ம மேல நல்லா பூசிக்கொள்ளுவோம். விழுந்த விழுந்த உருண்ட உருண்ட ஆடி பாடுவோம். விழுந்த விழுந்த உருண்ட உருண்ட ஆடி பாடுவோம். மண்ணு மேல நம்ம நல்லா படுத்து தூங்குவோம். மண்ணு மேல நம்ம நல்லா படுத்து தூங்குவோம். மினு மினு மண்ணு மினு மினு மண். 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 மினு மினு மண்ணு மினு மினு மண்.
So interesting on how we can observe the children and come up with songs. Yeah.
So
and children enjoyed singing this while they were at sand play. They used to sing this.
Yeah.
They used to look at the sand and keep doing this. It's beautiful. Nice song.
Opportunities are endless, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Sadly, we just restrict ourselves, like you said, with nursery rhymes and songs which are available online.
Yeah. And Montessori definitely doesn't believe in singing nursery rhymes that we have grown.
Yes.
Can you explain to me, I just to refresh, why Montessori does not recommend the songs of, the usual nursery rhymes? Like, quite contrary.
Yeah. Nursery rhymes usually, there is a story behind most of the rhymes.
Yeah.
So, and they may not always be a happy song. There is another satire to all the songs. So think it's better when we come up with our own songs, like you said, with looking at observations and incidents and making with local language.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think children connect with those songs much more than what is available on the net or
Those songs are,
popularly available.
I think they are very alien to the children. They don't,
Mm.
not even from their own immediate culture or their environment. So nor can they understand the story behind. So who is Mary? Why is it contrary? No,
They may not relate to it at all.
I think I've given you the samples on.
Yeah, that's a lovely, yeah. It's a whole lot of collection of songs, right from multilingual to,
Yeah.
yeah, based on stories to incidents. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's
I'm sure the.
yeah.
So another thing we wanted to discuss with you, Nandini, was that at this age of 2.5, 2 to 6, we can't really expect children to sit in one place and listen to us while we sing.
Yeah.
They love to move, they love to explore. So, what is the role of movement, you think, in singing? Do you think music and movement is connected?
Yeah. See, movement and music are interwoven. There's no doubt. I think that, expecting children of this age to stay confined, to stay put in a place, is an unfair thing. Also, one,
Hmm.
it's also unfair, um, and they automatically start responding to music through their body. You know, you can see them taking the body or diving when they hear music. So it's an automatic reaction. We don't have to teach anything. So that also, when it sort of brings in that, it helps in building a word to action. So as it helps in association, it helps in memory, it helps in recall. Um, Also, it helps in So I definitely think music and movement are interwoven, and we must try and see ways to use it effectively while we teach these songs.
Hmm.
There are specifically action songs and finger songs that are available. Um, I can think of one song which was again a big hit in our with our children. Uh, is the animal song, the animal
Malapati.
Manapatya, yes. Um, so it's more of animals. So this is how it goes. Manapati, puli manapatiya, manapatiya, puli manapatiya, meenapatiya, tanga meenapatiya, meenapatiya, tanga meenapatiya. மானை போல துள்ளுவோம் மீனை போல மின்னுவோம் போல துள்ளுவோம் மீனை போல மின்னுவோம் மயில பாத்தியா ஆடும் மயில பாத்தியா மயில பாத்தியா ஆடும் மயில பாத்தியா குயில பாத்தியா ஆடும் குயில பாத்தியா குயில பாத்தியா பாடும் குயில பாத்தியா மயிலை போல ஆடுவோம் குயில் போல பாடுவோம் மயிலை போல ஆடுவோம் குயிலை போல பாடுவோம்.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's a lovely song. In fact, most of the songs which we used to sing at Temple Tree were all with movements, if you remember.
Large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The children loved it. So there were standing songs, sitting songs, a lot of songs which have movement in it.
And we've heard so many parents saying they when they come home they are singing types of songs, non-stop singing while sleeping, while getting bed or eating food. They are always singing songs. So it's certain,
Yeah.
that's the joy that we have. aim to children. It's not about skill learning at all.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to look forward to the singing sessions. They used to all be ready and waiting with their song list.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that is a. Yeah. Another thing is many parents we meet tell us that they find it difficult to sing for their children. Maybe because they feel conscious of how they will sound, or maybe they have expectations of being perfect and hence are inhibited to actually sing with their child. So, how can a parent facilitate music introduction and appreciation in a home environment?
Hmm. To ask me, I think mother's voice is the first. mm, No, I have very pleasant memory about my mother's voice. Even well into my teenage years, asking my mother to sing. Uh, I don't think children really know. They're not going to judge your singing level or singing ability or capacity. But it's the most soothing voice that they first hear. So I think parents or mothers should stop worrying about how they sound or how they sing or their singing ability, but just sing. Uh, there is a criteria. That's the best to. So it's a great way of bonding with the children.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Yeah, right from lullabies to
Yeah,
songs when they play games, and you should just, I think, sing with them and let them enjoy
yeah.
singing and music.
Also, sometimes parents very seriously. If uh, and they want to introduce music, they think, oh, it has a genre of music, kind of music. So they may attempt taking type of music. Say, for example, maybe South Indian Carnatic is something the mother aspires for the child to pursue. Those would probably be more of them happen. I don't think we worry about it, but help them listen to a variety of instruments or maybe anything. We have several listening sessions in school also. This is another thing to think about. We would invite parents who play to come and do a session with our children, which was really, really, though it was an instrument like violin or veena, they've never seen. The fascination was very high. They were completely thrilled to see large instruments live and how it sounds, where it come and what the instrument is doing to make that sound. Certain curiosity and also the conversation point for them to understand. So certain instruments we blow through to make noise or to make a sound. Certain instruments you have to pluck the sound. So this sort of curiosity all it gets kindled at that age and exposing to various instruments. Yeah,
So it should be there in the environment.
yeah, yeah. Make it available uh, by helping them listen to variety of music, even to taking them to concerts or any kind of folk music.
Mhm. Yeah, help them appreciate different kinds of music. Yeah, that's true.
And
So another question we keep, sorry,
yeah, and sing for them.
yes,
Sing joyfully. That's all.
yeah. Don't worry about the rhythm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and, I can speak for myself. I've never been trained in music, but used to sing without any inhibition in class. I'm not worried about being judged by the children.
And children thought we were great singers. So,
Yeah, in their minds we were. Yeah. Another question we get asked quite often is, at what age can a child be introduced to formal training in music?
I think anytime after 7 is what I would like to think, that they are ready to understand certain structure in music. Before that, it is only like words and learning, rhythm or join, idea, but they may not be ready to, you know, to learn it formally, because that is a different step altogether. So I would assume post 7 is when they can, parents can to introduce them to formal music.
Yeah. And any anecdotes that you would like to share about your own children or about school music and
I would like to share one incident that happened with my son, and or how he got music. Um, I, my, I have twin boys. They were indifferent to music, but it so happened I was, in a in my village, and I had no access to formal music, but had to be Western classical, which is not in genre that I normally, but have anything at that point. So I was ironing clothes and listening to Mozart. My son was about 3 years old then, and he heard this music, which was very, very new to him. And every time the music stopped, he would come to me and say, "Play it again." And so this went on for about 45 minutes. That he endlessly asked me to repeat the same number, the same concert. Then, and it was just one. After say 4 years, when he was about 6 years, he asked me for the same thing. He repeated the incident and asked me, "What was the instrument that you played?"
oh wow.
Yeah, was played in school when you were there. So I had to tell him it's an instrument called. Then he said, "Is it possible for me also to play like that?"
Oh nice.
And then he identified that the way Western violin is held and the way the Indian violin is held is different. So he didn't know, couldn't use the word Western classical or Indian classical. He said, "I want to hold while play while I play. So I want that rhythm." So we don't know we don't know
Yes.
what initiates them with this. But then I thought, in my case, it was a freak incident, but this can be developed by consciously exposing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice. And does he still play the violin?
Oh, now he stopped because he's in pain. He's preparing for that. But I think he stopped playing.
That's lovely. Okay, so now we can open up to some questions. If any of the listeners have any questions, we would take it and we will check if there are any questions from anybody. Now. None of the questions have come yet. Let's wait for some more time.
Sorry.
Let's wait for some more time till we hear some questions from anybody.
Sure.
Okay, one parent asks, right age to start Montessori schooling.
That's for you to answer.
So, yeah, so Montessori schooling can start at 2 to 2.5. Yeah, the child is ready at that age. You can look for a Montessori school which is close by and enroll your child. Okay, a parent has asked websites where we can source such lovely songs for the toddlers.
There used to be a site called Kid, which we, I
Sorry, I think we missed it. What is it?
KIDDL.
Okay, it is.
Yeah, they had a wide variety of, if not all songs that to play, but they would at least set tunes. So it had a list of songs on various topics.
Okay.
But what we was largely from people. We learned from other resources, school. That's how many we have written tasks.
Yes. That's true. Okay. Oh, so parent asks, somebody's talking about making songs and how it will help children make connections so beautifully. That's what we spoke about making songs. Yes. So a parent asks, I'm a little curious, do infants respond more to instrumental music or songs with words? Is there any significant difference? Any thoughts?
I think they enjoy both, but if it is words, I think it's best when it is sung or sung by the caretaker. If it is a song that mother sings or a voice familiar with, their response is very, very different from the recorded music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Another parent asks, what is your opinion about songs on Maple Read Learning Site?
Sorry,
Leaf Learning Site.
Maple.
What is your opinion about songs on Maple Leaf Learning Site?
I have.
I don't think we've heard, yeah, I don't think we've also heard about this, so we wouldn't know.
Unless she explains what her apprehension is about that side.
Mm-hmm. So a parent wanted to know the website that you were mentioning. It's Kiddles, Kiddls.
Ellie.
Kiddles. Yeah, that's the name of the website. Where it is actually in Temple Tree, we used to ask parents also to help us with yeah, with songs. So we used to sing Marathi, Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, everything.
Yeah, I know.
All the songs, yeah.
Yeah.
So all the songs, all the children could connect to it beautifully. And parents have always asked for the songbook because children would come home and sing the songs and they wouldn't know how to join them. So.
Is there a question there?
No, I think there are no more questions. Just wait for some more time.
many about how children used to enjoy the songs.
Yeah. I remember how we used to have so many songs with the games we played as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, and there were local songs and there were English songs for the games.
Refresh my memory.
Any particular song that you can remember that you used to sing
For game,
for games?
my memory fresh. I can't recall. So sorry.
The Fox and the Lamb, or something you mentioned. Like that.
Yeah, that's a circle game that we play. This fox eat the lamb. So children hold hands and they form a circle and not allow the fox to come in. So the song would go like "Sanguli kadavadda மாட்டேன் சங்குலி ஆட்டுக்குட்டிய பாத்தியா பார்த்தேன் நான் விட மாட்டேன்." And also, I'm sure parents would recall the color song "Dam Dam Yaradu." It's all, look back, it's probably what we all played as children.
Yes. Yeah. It's time we revive that and sing it again with our children.
Yeah.
I think looks like that's it. I don't think we have any more questions. So, yeah, I think parents are talking about the different songs that their children enjoy. Enamatori,
Story was a favorite, yeah.
Goviya, different songs that they really enjoy. So I think we wind up here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nandini. I think it has helped most of us look at music differently.
Yeah.
It was truly an enriching experience for us. I'm sure the parents and educators who joined us today would have benefited from the talk. And it also makes you think that really formal training is not really required for you to sing and just bring the joy in music within the child. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me over. I enjoyed the conversation.
Thanks. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.